Hey there, what's going on, everybody? I wanted to take a moment to share with you a little bit about our new program, REA Edge, and that this is a program that's actually supposed to be a complement to the Real Estate Accelerator. One of the things that we've heard a lot from our existing Real Estate Accelerator members is that content creation is something that they often struggle with, as did I. So I understand, trying to sit in front of a computer and think about what you're going to write, and is it intentional, and does it, is it going to communicate all the things that you want it to, that will essentially result in, creating a lead or generating interest amongst your potential investors. And so we created REA Edge to solve that problem for you so that you guys can basically sit back and not have to do anything. And who better to do that for you than than Annie and myself, because we know this industry better than anybody else does when it comes to how do I find investors, what are the right funnels, what are the right channels, and how do I convert potential leads into actual investors. And so we created this program to kind of put all of your marketing on autopilot, if you will. And so I'm super excited to take this moment to share with you a little bit about what we've been doing kind of behind the scenes in REA Edge, because I know a lot of people have been asking, well, what is the program all about, and what does it really mean, and what do I get out of it? So I wanted to just take a moment to share with you some of the behind the scenes stuff that we're doing for our existing REA Edge clients, so that you can see. I'm super excited because there's a lot that kind of goes on behind the scenes that's hard to kind of explain. So I'm super excited to show you. So I'm going to go ahead here and share my screen with you. And so in the program, what you get is a ton of value, but the first thing that you'll get, and the first thing that we'll do when we work together, is we'll create a custom content plan. And it's through that custom content plan that we will really deep dive into understanding who your avatar is, what their pain points are, and what their objections might be to investing in real estate syndications. And the better we can start to understand what the pain points are and what the objections are, then we can understand what kind of content we're going to push out and where. And that will basically ensure that we'll have a higher conversion rate than we otherwise would have when we're just kind of, blindly pushing content out there and without any real intent behind it other than to find a lead, but not really knowing what your audience is really struggling with to make that conversion happen. So I wanted to just share with you here, this is we'll hop on a call and we'll really kind of deep dive into who your avatar is, what you've already done, what you haven't done. We'll talk about your strategy and what, is working and what isn't working. We'll talk about the different links that you have, and we'll talk about, what the plan is moving forward. And we'll have these month by month. And so you'll see here, this is something that we share with the Edge clients, where you'll kind of have an idea of the timeline for things and what you can expect moving forward every week in the program, when videos will be posted, when social media posts will happen. We'll send reminders of when to send newsletters out and things like that. And so that custom content plan is really so valuable because it gives you an opportunity to really map out what the plan is. And I always say, if you don't have a plan, then you're not really going to go very far, because without a plan and a goal in mind, you're just kind of shooting bullets in the dark. So that's really, that custom content plan will really guide us as we work together in the months to come. Now, I want to give you an insight into the videos that we've created, because this is one of the huge values of the program that we're super excited to offer. I know for me, when I first started thinking about creating videos, it was a big struggle. I not really super comfortable in front of the camera. Now I am, but when I first got into this industry 4 years ago, really wasn't comfortable. And so the idea of creating video, trying to think about what I was going to say, and then making the video look nice, was such a daunting task that honestly it never got done. But we've found in our business that videos are really the number one thing that allows people the chance to be educated by you and gives them an opportunity to get to know who you are through, nonverbal communication, your body language and the word choices that you use and things like that, that really can give people a chance to get to know you and get them from the maybe I'm interested point to yes, I want to work with you point. So that's why we put a heavy emphasis on the video content in our business, as well as for our real estate accelerator coaching clients. And so this is something that is really special because we give you all of the tools that you need to be able to record the videos. And on top of that, we also give you video scripts so that you don't have to sit there scratching your head about what you should, what you should be talking about in those videos. And then once you take that raw footage, which is literally something that you will record from your phone, you will upload that to a shared drive that we have access to, and that's it. That's all you do. We then take that video and we upload it to we hand it over to our video editor, and they take that raw footage, and I'm just going to share here with you one of our clients. This is their video that they did.
Open deal ready for investors. At that point, we start taking what we call a soft reserve or a soft commit. This is to gauge the interest of the deal. We recommend that you work on getting all of your ducks in a row before the deal comes out. So once you see a deal that you like, you're ready to jump on it. When you put in your soft reserve, you're basically saying, I would like to invest X amount in this deal. You're just throwing your name in the hat to say that you're interested in the investment. You're not committing to anything. You're not signing anything. You're not wiring funds. You're literally just getting in line for the opportunity. After you put in your soft reserve, it buys you time to go back and look at the investment summary and other relevant information to help you decide if you want to invest in the deal or not. Then we take a look at the soft reserves based on a first come, first served basis. We'll notify you if you have a spot in the deal. At this
So as you can see there, Chris, one of our clients, did an amazing job of, using the scripts that we gave him, and then, putting his raw video together. And then we put some music behind it, and we put, some screenshots on the side of the topics to really highlight what he was talking about and really bring it all together for him. And with the program, you get 4 of those professionally edited videos every month. And then we take those videos and then we share them on social media for you. So that's another thing that I'm going to get to next, is talking about the 4 targeted social media posts. So then we take those videos and we share them on various social media outlets. And then we also encourage you to share them in your newsletters. And also we do YouTube SEO optimization as well. And we'll get to that a little bit later, but just wanted to give you guys an idea of what that video creation kind of looks like, and what the editing looks like, and what the final product look like. Now, moving on to the next thing, the social media piece of it is something that I actually work on myself, and I actually create these targeted social media posts every month for you. And so after we go through the custom content plan and I have a clear understanding of what your avatar's pain points are and what their objections to investing in multifamily syndications might be, then I take that and I create very targeted and intentional social media posts that we post across all of your social media channels for you. And, that's really, we kind of put that, again, the whole point of the program is really putting all of this on autopilot for you. So the social media, I'll give you an example here. Another one of our clients, Arn at Spark Investment Group, we helped him create this Facebook page and, post the various Facebook posts for him on his behalf. And, he really, again, doesn't have to really do any of this. And we share blog posts he's written. We share videos that he's created. We try to engage with the audience and, have conversations. We post things that will hopefully spark a conversation and interest amongst potential people who are visiting your Facebook page. Now, for the website piece of it, we also take 2 hand-selected and customized Real Estate Accelerator done for you blog posts, and then we'll go ahead and publish them to your site on your behalf, complete with a title image as well. And so here, another one of our clients, you can see our real estate syndications right for you. So this is a blog post that we created the image, and we went ahead and posted it up on their site. One of the things that I will say, if somebody doesn't want to invest, or they're interested in working with you, but they, aren't investing with you, the number one reason why they are not investing with you is because of a lack of education. I can't tell you how many people have told us that it's because of all of the blog posts and because of all of the content that they're reaching out, and because they feel comfortable and wanting to work with us, that's the reason that they've actually reached out to us, and that they're excited to talk to us when they actually get to the point of talking to us on the phone, because they feel so comfortable and confident with the content that we've put out there. So having educational content on your site is critical and key to being able to generate leads and generate interest and turn those leads into actual investors. And again, all of this is done for you. We actually post it to your site so that there is nothing that you need to do to get that educational content up there in front of your audience. Okay, now this is one of the big things that I know a lot of our existing clients get a ton of value through our SEO, where we will actually pitch your site and your content to 10 relevant brands per month that actually will help you build those backlink profiles and then strengthen your search engine optimization. And so I can give you a quick screenshot, really is what it is, or an idea of what the sort of sites that we use. And this is one of them, campfirefinance.com, that we use to really surface the relevant articles and sites that we think could be a good place for you to have your site backlinked to, so that we can, again, strengthen that SEO. And so we go through all of this and search and search and search to figure out which blog posts and which websites really are the ones that are going to be most relevant to you and to your brand. And again, if you're trying to do this stuff on your own, it can take a lot of time. And so again, this is a lot of stuff that we just do on your behalf, to try to make everything as autopilot as possible for you, including your SEO. Now, one of the big pieces to REA Edge that we really wanted to do for the clients was to be able to create a library of fresh and relevant content that is available to you in somewhat of a library format. I know that when I was first starting out and I was trying to put together my newsletters, and I knew that I needed to get news articles in there, but I didn't even know where to start to look to find that content. And so we created a library for our REA Edge clients where they can literally go in and go through a library of content. And so this is the kind of behind the scenes here library that you'll see of the various news articles. You can see when it was published, you can see the topics. And so all you need to do is go in and find what articles in here might be a topic that you feel you want to talk about in your newsletter. And so this makes it really easy to be able to just, plug and play, grab the article from here, link to it in your newsletter with ease, so that you don't have to go searching and searching for all of the latest news within our industry. How amazing is that, to have that library available to you so that you don't have to go and subscribe to a bunch of different companies, so that you get all of that in your inbox, and then to have to go back and search for it in your email inbox and figure out which one is the most relevant. So that's one of the things that, again, all of this is just putting it on autopilot for you. Okay, podcasts. Now, I know when I first got started in the industry, getting on a podcast was not the easiest thing. Trying to convince somebody to, get me on their podcast when I didn't have a whole bunch of experience yet at that point, was a little bit of a difficult task. And so one of the values that we wanted to bring to you through REA Edge was to pitch you to 10 relevant podcasts every month. And what that means, relevant podcasts, what it means is that we go through and we try to bring about or discover the podcasts that are most relevant for you, your brand, and your avatar, and figure out what podcasts your avatar might be listening to you, and then try to get you booked on those podcasts. And so it's very, very targeted and intentional, and really has so much behind it in the way of not just pitching you to any old podcast, but really trying to get you in front of your avatar in a way that connects you with them. And so here's an example of a podcast pitch that we sent out to a group, and they replied and they said they wanted to get them on the show. And so these are the kinds of emails that you would get from us that really outlines the process and us pitching you to the various podcasts that we think are relevant for you and your brand. And again, you get 10 of those pitches every month. So we're constantly putting you in front of different podcast hosts in an effort to get you on as many podcasts as we can. In our business, getting on podcasts has been the number 1 and 2. We have 2 ways, but I think podcasts might be either number 1 or number 2 ways that potential investors, actually, no, that's a correction, actual investors now. This is data we pulled from how did our existing investor database find us, and it number 1 or number 2 slot, 1 was referrals and 1 was podcasts. And I can't remember exactly which order it was in, but podcast was one of the top 2 ways that investors have found us. And it makes complete sense, because through a podcast episode, you are giving people the opportunity to really get to know you, but you're doing it while you sleep, because you recorded that podcast, sometimes months ago, weeks ago, and you went on with your life, and that podcast lives out in the internet forever. And so that's one of a huge value, again, for driving leads, is getting on a podcast, particularly getting on a podcast where the audience is your exact avatar. So okay, so moving on, media inquiries. So that's another thing that we at Goodegg Investments have used through a service called Haro, or Help a Reporter Out. And we utilize Haro to be able to connect with reporters who need to write an article or a story about something that is related to what we do at Goodegg. And so through this, you can basically search a bunch of different media inquiries, and we will find the ones that are most relevant to you, and then pitch or send the inquiry to you so that you can respond. It's not anything that we can respond, because the article needs to be authored by you. And so we do that. Here's an example of that, where we identified a media inquiry, we filled that out for them, and then we just we sent it to the client and asked them to respond to the email below. But again, what a time saving thing for us to be able to surface the ones that are the most relevant for you. Back when we were doing this, Annie would sit there for hours on end trying to go through Haro, trying to identify all of the relevant articles for us. And so this is, again, another time saver for you, where you just get the right one in your email inbox, and you just hit that email and hit a reply response and get that submitted to Haro, and potentially have your article featured in a report, in an article, in a post. And so again, all of these things, and Annie and I always like to say that it's never just one thing that we do that has allowed us to raise tens of millions of dollars. It's really, a combination of a bunch of different things, and then really trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. And it's really through this process that we'll be able to help you identify that for you and your potential investors. Okay, so the YouTube channel, so complete setup and optimization of your YouTube channel. And so this is something that we do for you. We create your YouTube channel, and then we take those videos that we create for you and we post them there for you. We include the optimization option for descriptions and tags so that, you know, when people are looking for a certain topic as it relates to multifamily syndication, your videos are going to be one of the ones that will surface high up on the search engine. And again, you know, YouTube is essentially a search engine. That's, at the end of the day, that's what YouTube is it's a search engine similar to Google, where people want to learn about a topic, they'll go to YouTube and type it in so that they can be educated about a topic. And so we created our client Arn. I showed you earlier his Facebook page. We created this whole YouTube channel for him, complete with the images here at the top. And we have his videos that he's created here. And you know, again, all of that was on autopilot for him. So, and then lastly, one of the things that you'll get through the program is one 30-minute session every month where we'll look at all of the work that we've been doing, and we'll have a discussion around what's working and what isn't working, and look for ways that we can optimize and improve on the following month going forward. And it's also an opportunity for us to talk a little bit about, you know, just again, like what's working and what's not. And so it's great for, if you are not in our Real Estate Accelerator program, it's a great opportunity for us to kind of talk about what's working for you in your overall plan and what isn't working for you. And then lastly, we've also created individual Slack channels for all of our clients where we talk about, you know, different topics and things that are happening in the, you know, program and over the month. We'll talk about, you know, little challenges we're facing or any questions we have, but it just makes it an easy way to be able to communicate with the client. And so that's it. So I just wanted to share that with you because, you know, we've been working so hard over the last couple of months to really optimize REA Edge as best we can for our clients, and we're starting to see a lot of results. They're getting on podcasts, we're submitting the media inquiries, their YouTube channel audience is growing, you know, they're getting their newsletters out, their website has educational content on it, SEO is happening, the videos are getting done, social media posts are happening, and there's so much value in this, and I just wanted the opportunity to show you guys the behind the scenes on exactly how REA Edge works. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you guys and talking to you guys soon. If anybody has any questions about REA Edge and wants to learn more, go ahead and shoot me an email, julie@goodegginvestments.com, and happy to chat a little bit more about what the program is. If you have any questions, we can kind of talk a little bit more about it. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good one.